What's up guys, are you a Jeep Grand Cherokee owner with stock headlights like the one right behind me? Well, today we're going to be talking about the new Morimoto XB headlights for your 14 to 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. But before we get into the install, let's tell you what these things are all about. These headlights are completely LED, meaning no more bulbs or maintenance. They are fully plug and play, making the install a breeze as well. They also feature 3 bi-LED projectors for your low beam and high beam, increasing your light output and beam pattern. It also has a fully functional DRL, meaning when your low or high beams are on, they dim down by 50%. You also have the option of a sequential turn signal or a standard. They also feature a nice clean piano black internal, giving a nice modern look. And to top it all off, the Morimoto's unique startup sequence. These are the perfect facelift for your Jeep Grand Cherokee. The way we do our testing to find out how bright or how dim a headlight is by using a digital lux meter. This measures actual usable brightness at a certain point. This is way better than measuring lumens when comparing headlights. At 25 feet from the wall, we have measured the stock halogen lights. Now for the light outputs. For your stock light outputs, they come in at 220 maximum lux. And for the Morimoto XB LEDs, they come in at 960 maximum lux. That's 335% brighter than the stock headlights. Now for your stock high beams, they come in only at 580 maximum lux. Now for the Morimoto XB high beams, they come in at 1,290 maximum lux, which is 122% brighter than stock as well. So in conclusion, the Morimoto XB headlights are the better option. With that crispy cutoff line, a very controlled beam pattern, and that modern white light output makes these headlights a great option for your Jeep Grand Cherokee. For this install, these are the tools that you'll be using. An 8mm socket, 10mm socket, 13mm socket, an extension, a ratchet of your choice, a Phillips head, a metal pick, needle nose pliers, and pry tools of your choice. All right, so now that you know all about the new XB headlights, let's get straight into the install. First things first, go ahead and pop your hood. All right, now with the hood pop, there's gonna be 11 plastic push tabs that you're gonna be removing on the top of your grille. You'll be using a pry tool to remove those, starting with the driver's side and then working your way around over to the passenger side. All right, now with all those plastic push clips out, what we're gonna do is move up to the grill part area. All you have to do is pull up on it just slightly, and this will help release it up off of the vehicle, so when you're removing the bumper, you can remove it fully. So now with the grill partially released, we're gonna go ahead and move up underneath the vehicle and remove some of the bolts underneath there as well. All right, now that we're underneath the vehicle, you'll notice there are 3 plastic clips. You'll rotate these 90 degrees and then pull them straight out. All right, now with those 3 plastic clips removed from the bumper, we're gonna move to the fender well. There's gonna be 1 plastic clip that meets the bumper and the fender, and we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Now with all those out, go ahead and remove this 1 10mm bolt here, and then there's gonna be 2 rivets here that you'll be removing. As you see, these are only 2 plastic clips for us, so go ahead and just take those out. Now go ahead and take this black trim piece, and we're going to be pulling it up and off the vehicle. There's gonna be 4 clips right here. All you have to do is tug on it very gently, and it'll release it from it. Now for the very last clip, there is 1 small clip on the very inside right here. Just using a 8mm deep socket, you can just push on the inside of the inner fender well and helping release that clip up and out. And do the exact same thing to the other side. All right, now with all that done, next what we're gonna do is pry the bumper up and off the vehicle. Starting with the very side in where the fender well is, we're gonna just gently pull on that. All right, now with the front bumper pried off, we're gonna go ahead and slide it slightly forward, revealing the back side so we can go ahead and disconnect those fog lights. Now with the back side of the bumper exposed, what we're gonna do is disconnect the fog lights. All you have to do is twist on the bulb area and taking out the halogen bulb. This is the perfect time as well to upgrade to the new Morimoto LED bulbs for your fog lights, so it'll even match to your new XB headlights. So the OEM incandescent bulb is not what you want on the front end of your Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Morimoto 2-stroke 3.0 is what you want. All you have to do is disconnect the bulb off the harness just like so, and then take your Morimoto 2-stroke and just connect it, just like that. And then boom, your fog lights have been upgraded. All right, now with that bumper up and out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and start moving over to these plastic pieces underneath the headlights. There's gonna be 4 10mm bolts we'll be removing. 2 will be on the very front side, and the other 2 will be on the side. Using a longer extension and a 10mm, we'll go ahead and start removing those. Now with all those bolts out, you can go ahead and just pull on this plastic piece and set it aside. All right, now with that piece out of the way, go ahead and just lift up on this plastic trim piece, revealing this 1 10mm bolt connected to your headlight. Now with that bolt removed, there is a little tab connected to the headlight. This is basically a locking mechanism for your headlight so it doesn't fall out. So with that removed, go ahead and just lift up on that locking mechanism and just pull the headlight forward. So on the back of the headlight, there are 4 connectors. Go ahead and just disconnect all 4. All right, now with all those disconnected, you can go ahead and set these aside. Now do the exact same thing to the other side. All right, now with both headlights out, we're gonna go ahead and move up to the fuse box area. We're gonna be showing you guys how to install both your harnesses. Your kit will come with 2 harnesses. One will be the DRL harness, and the other one will be the power harness. Now go ahead and open the fuse box that's located behind the passenger side headlight. Remove fuse number F76. Locate the included DRL harness and plug in the fuse side into the fuse position F76. Also locate the positive voltage harness included in the box and remove this 13mm nut to install the ring terminal in, then install the nut. All right, now with both harnesses ran, we're gonna go ahead and route them to the headlight position areas. And as you can tell with the DRL harness, one side of it is a tad bit shorter and one is a little bit longer. The shorter side we're gonna be routing down to the passenger headlight, and the longer one we're gonna be routing over to the driver's side headlight. You can also take your power harness and you can run this alongside your DRL harness while you're doing this. Now go ahead and take the shorter part of the harness, including the power harness, and you're gonna route that to the passenger headlight. Just route it down to where the other connectors are laying and just set it there for right now. Then you're gonna go ahead and take the longer side of the harness and we're gonna route it alongside the body harness on the front side of your vehicle. And of course, at the very end, once everything's installed and everything's been tested, you can go ahead and tidy this all up with zip ties later on. All right, now with both harnesses fully ran, it's time to install the new XB headlight into your Jeep. Now there's one key factor that you need to know when installing these. There is a slight bracket on the very base of the XB headlight. With that saying, some Grand Cherokees have a slight gap underneath the headlight. And in that case, you'll be using the bracket that comes with the headlights. But if you do not have that gappage, you'll actually be uninstalling these and you won't even have to use that. In our case, we're not gonna be using the bracket. So let me show you how to take that off. Now on the base of the headlight, there are 3 Phillips screws that you'll be removing. Now with that trim piece taken off, it's time to plug in the headlights. Now for your turn signal, you have the option of having a sequential turn signal or a standard. If you want the sequential, you would keep this connector plugged in. If you want the standard, you will just basically disconnect it and leave it like so. All right, now with everything connected, go ahead and install your headlight. Keep in mind, guys, also to keep that harness nice and tucked back behind it and just slide it right into place. Now, after running through all the functions and making sure everything's working properly, including that beautiful sequential turn signal, we're gonna go ahead and button everything back up. But while we're putting the bumper on and down by those fog lights, we might as well go ahead and upgrade those to a new modern LED bulb. That way your full front end of your Jeep Grand Cherokee is nice and updated. And just like that, guys, you've installed your new headlights and fog lights in your Jeep Grand Cherokee. These are some of the best lights you'll find on the market today. And if you want to find out what all of the products we have for your Jeep, such as tail lights, fog lights, four bangers, and much, much more, just put your year, make, and model at morimotolighting.com, and we'll catch you guys over there.